One of the mind that I believe is worth lots of effort to study is the mind which is, let's call it the caught up mind. Mind is caught up with something, so that you are like anchored in a pillar or something and get out of it and consuming your energy, running around, monkey mind, or maybe jumping around. So it may not be not one issue, but the one issue after the other, but triggered by, let's call it, the mind, which is caught up with something, some subject. And as much as I have spent in one video about various kind of minds, one just pops up, and as a matter of fact, it's on top of the list, is this caught up mind. And if we can eliminate that, that's the idea of inversion. Instead of looking for all the right thing, study and make sure everything can be right. There are lots of right mind. Be flexible, passionate, appreciative, big mind, right? All of that. The list goes 25, 30 of them. But I want to focus on this mind, which is caught up in something. So let's take a look at page 60 first. There are 4 points that I may want to look after. So page 60. The title is Don't Be Caught Up. Matsushita says there is something like a reason beyond the reason in our society. And if you have this meek mind, gentle, straightforward, rightful mind, then you start to understand. It's like a wisdom. Not the conventional, but more deeper. And the reason why you understand is because there's no much prejudice. But if one is caught up in certain style or school of thought, then you cannot get out of it. It's the same as this idea of the silo syndrome in the organization. One department to the other, they are specialized in something. So they're specialized in that field, but not related to the other. So their mind is blocked. Therefore, you cannot grasp the reality of what's going on because your eyes are filtered with the knowledge. And if no matter how much knowledge you accumulate, you cannot utilize the knowledge. But if you have knowledges but not be caught up with it, then it's like wisdom would pop up, and that really produces a strong power for that. So that's one description about the caught up mind. Next, 74. If you want to communicate something you feel right and want that to be accepted by the people, then it requires additional consideration related to that so that things can be accepted by others. So don't be caught up that you're right. And what it means is that with Sunao, meek mind, no ego, no self-centeredness, and depending upon the timing, the situation, you express your thought. depending on the situation, the outcome of how you communicate will be different. But if your mind is caught up about right is right and has to be understood as such, we may be missing the point. Even if that's the right thing, the delivery in terms of how you relate to others may be lost. I know I have this tendency, self-righteousness type of thing, that's stupid. And the worst case may be Don Quixote challenging the enemy, thinking the windmill is the enemy. It is very sad when it happens. So for that not to happen, we have to be able to see the picture from all sorts of different angles, from different point of view. Even if they may be making a mistake, you want to understand that why, and therefore your delivery is not the same old story, but communicating in the way that people may understand. And for that to happen, the mind has to be free from the state of being caught up. That's the message. This is related to business. Matsushita, being a very good manager, the leader of the company, he has a lot to say about the business. If we only think from our point of view, but other people's point of view may be secondary, then there will be lots of difficulties. Maybe I picture me like a little kid shouting that what I believe is right, but nobody listens. I hope I'm not like that, but I have this tendency of self-righteousness, so this is really important at the age. Anyway, the point is that he says, you are with the society, and the people in the society can be very kind to lead us. And there is that view, possibility. And with that view, relate to your customers or someone you want to talk to, then doing business may be very simple, or it can become simple if we understand that. Rich color, or abundant color, perhaps is the title. Whether it's philosophy or religion, it may be good to believe in something, but if we get caught up in it only by one view or one idea, it's the same as color. If it's only one color, it's kind of sad because of various colors, how they combine or connected, then the beautiful color, more tasteful, rich color can be found. So thought, philosophy, or religion, there may be quite a few of them, and each may have its own goodness, something very good at, and that something we can make them alive in some way or the other. From such process, the progress of our society and progress of society can be made, and there will be a wealth generated out of such process. Let me try again. Even on the subject of color, if there's only one color, it's a little bit sad. By having various colors mixed together in some combination, then we find a beautiful and tasteful and even abundant or wealthy type of color. thought, philosophy, religion, there could be many of them. And if we can have the best of each somehow meshed together, then our progress, the progress of our society, may develop with more enriched sense of beauty or something right that we can appreciate, that we can find out of such a process.